Good morning. It is Sunday the 22nd of October and it is time to go and have a look around Glasgow School of Yarn for 2023. So I hope you enjoyed this little video and yeah, come along with me and see what we get up to. Oh my god. Is this all tencel?
Nice.
Look at the shine.
That's like that's not been dyed. It's natural.
That's blowing out.
Isn't it? Nope.
Where's the tie-dye one?
Oh, that's tie-dyed.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. That's what we're supposed to do, isn't it?
And you've got the also.
Would be a good idea to show you what I got up to at Glasgow School of Yarn whilst I'm still in Glasgow. So I actually wore this jacket, which is a me-made jacket. I think it's a McCall's pattern, but I will have to double check. It might even be on a previous podcast, maybe somewhere. I also wore a Fibre Lounge t-shirt in pink, which has the granny square design on it. And I have my sunshine beret, which I actually finished the last time I was here in Glasgow, so that's kind of apt really to wear something I made in Glasgow to Glasgow School of Yarn. I wore this because it's nice and bright. It is my own pattern and it was cold, and this is made in chunky yarn, so I was able to keep my head nice and toasty the whole way round. So this is made in the Yarn Whisperer yarn in Berry Compote and Sunshine. And to keep my neck and the rest of me warm, I had my Rainbow Rainforest Retreat shawl, both of which got a lot of love actually this weekend. I had so many comments on both the shawl and on the beret, so that's really nice. And I might have to make another Rainforest Retreat shawl for one of the yarn dyers. I think it was Laura of the Lonely Knitter that asked if it could be done out of 5 skeins of yarn. What I did also get, because I'd booked the deluxe ticket for Sunday, it meant that I got a goodie bag with the Macintosh style writing and imagery for this year. So that's this year's bag with the pink handles. It also came with a program which has got all the information about all of the different vendors, and there's a few written pieces in here as well. I've just sat and read one of them, which is really good. It's on the Glasgow 2024 at GSOI, so it is Worldcon, which is quite interesting. Yeah, so I have that one, and then we got a mini skein of yarn, which is by Ripples Crafts, and it is a colourway for this year. So it is called Celebrating Margaret MacDonald Macintosh for GSOI 2023. We also got some needle stoppers, which are like little chopped up cubes from For the Love of Yarn, which is Lisa, as well as some yummy shortbread. And our entry was our silver wristband for the day. So I'm going to show you what I got. Normally I do like a whole lap and then go back and purchase, but I didn't do that this time, so really tired. The first thing I bought was from Henny Penny Makes. So I'm just going to pop this next to me so I can take it all out. So yes, I picked up a kit for the gentle, sorry over the Rustling Gentle Waves hat, which is this really lovely rainbow yarn. I think it's coming out quite darker on my camera, but it's like a nice bright turquoisey teal colour with all the other rainbow colours on top, which I love. And I love the bright pink pom-pom. And it turns out that when Ali and P made it on Sunday, because they had 11 o'clock entry tickets on Sunday, the first thing that Ali showed me was the same kit, but a different coloured yarn, and the one that I got is the one she was looking for. So it's just as well I bought that straight away. Yeah, so that's the first thing I bought on the ground floor. There were 3 rooms in total. So you had ground floor, and then there was a larger room at the top of the stairs, and then there was one just off to the side as well. Now, this bag is quite full, and I made the effort to just keep everything contained to that bag, because I know that will fit in my suitcase to go home. Someone did mention though about leaving it here, like leaving some of it here so that when I come up, I've got things to work on. But it's not a bad idea, really. Anyway, I had a good chat with Kat and Berg, because I picked up one of their pin badges, which is, it mentions hooking. So it says hook it good, hook it real good. So I think that's the only one they have on their stand which is based on crochet. Everything else is knit based. But I had a chat about doing colour work, because I love the Cat Invaders jumper, but I've never knit colour work, and I haven't actually knit a jumper yet. So we were talking about what is the easiest way to get into colour work, and I mentioned that I had some minis, some 50 grams from their Alpaca Rose. I can't remember what the store is called. They were there this weekend as well. So I want to do some colour work with them and put a plain colour with them. So I should have got another one, but I didn't. So yeah, so I'm going to do a doodle knits cowl of some sort, just to practice my colour work before I can then move on to something else. Because I love the cat socks that she does. I love the jumpers. And I want to try something new. So yeah, that's the plan. Whether or not that comes to fruition or not, I don't know. But I have lots of ideas coming away from this show, which is always welcome. So anyway, in my quest for colour work, I picked up the Pick and Mix cowl from Wee County Yarns. And it's basically one chart, and you just change the 2 yarns whenever you feel like it. So you can do like a gradient through the back, and then just change the foreground colour or the reverse. So that's going to be really interesting to have a go at. That might be a nice easy route into colour work, to be honest. So I also picked up, I went to Quack Yarn, I picked up the colourways for this year, which are My Hat Is Bigger Than Yours, which is, they're all to do with the traffic cone on top of the horse. And then this one is called High Vis. So it's a nice bright orange, and I just thought they were perfect for like a Halloween make perhaps. So maybe I'll do a striped pumpkin, or they'll just go into my minis collection so I can use them later. Also from Quack Yarn, I picked up some more needle stoppers, and this time they are axolotls, which I thought was just really cute. So I couldn't leave those behind. I also got the colourway, the show colourway from Wool Chemist, which is this lovely rainbow, and yeah, it's got lovely pops of yellow and pink in there alongside the dark blue. So that's going to be really fun to knit up, and it's kind of stripes, or does like little micro stripes, which is quite clever. I also got a skein of pumpkin stalk from Cookston Crafts. I saw this when I first went up to the big room and immediately took a picture of it. so that if I had money left over, I would come back and get it. And I did. So, but it also turns out that Ali bought this one as well. So we seem to have very similar tastes. And a lot of what I bought is actually, well, a couple of the bits I bought were actually chunky based. So the hat pattern with the yarn and the pom-pom, that is chunky yarn. This is chunky. The quack yarn is DK and the War Chemist yarn is 4-ply. The reason I got the 4-ply is because I feel like I can get a shawl out of that knitted and that will go quite far, whereas DK in 100 grams doesn't go very far for a shawl. So this I want to make into a pumpkin, but I'm not sure. I might try and get some dark green to go with it, like this one, and maybe put that with something else. I mean, look at it's very much autumn, and I just think it's brilliant. So yeah, I have that one. And then, okay, there is a story behind this one. So I was wearing all my rainbows, and the owner of this store saw me and showed me this yarn, which has all the colours in it. Now, the only thing that puts me off of it is it's called Clown Bath. And I don't do clowns. But, I mean, it's just, there's so much in here. Anyway, this base, so a lot of the vendors use feminine names for their bases. Whereas this company, Woo Sheeps, decided they wanted male names for their bases. So they have Angus, which I think is a merino nylon base. This one is Bruce, which is 100% superwash merino base in DK, which is quite thick and bouncy. So Bruce. And then the other one was 150 grams skein, and it is called Big Dick, like Richard. But what's even more funny is that they have the dick version in 2 other quantities. So you can get a smaller quantity, which is called Wee Dick. And then the smaller quantity on top of that, which is more like a mini style, maybe 20 grams, is called Itsy Bitsy Dick. Which I just find funny. So yeah, this is Bruce in Clown Bath. And I just think it's really funny. We stopped by Moffy and the Squid. Now, I didn't buy any yarn from Moffy and the Squid. I know I can get it online, and I was running out of cash quite quickly. So, anyway, she was handing out her business cards, and they all had a little stitch marker on them. So I got a teapot, because a friend of mine, whose birthday it was last week, her nickname is Teapot, because all she does is drink tea at the shop. So I'm going to give her that. Actually, as a little belated birthday present, because I think that's really funny. And then I have a shawl pin. I can't remember the stall name for this though. I will have to find it and put it on the bottom. But I got a turtle. Now the reason I got a shawl pin is because Laura from the Lonely Knitter had one, and she had a frog. But there is a hole in the bottom of the frog. So when the pin goes all the way through, it looks like a rude frog, a very happy frog. Yeah, so I have a wooden shawl pin, and mine is meant to look like a turtle, which I thought was quite apt because my husband's nickname when he was at school used to be Turtle Boy. I mean, he is a Ninja Turtle, really, when you think about it. He does karate. He's really slim, and he used to wear a really big backpack. So, he's a Ninja Turtle. Yeah, so I have a turtle shawl pin. And from the same stall, I also bought, I'm going to wear it as a pendant. I'm actually going to take it off of the big lobster clasp it has, because I'm worried that this is going to get caught on yarn if I use it as a stitch marker. But it is a little piece of clear quartz, and there is a dragon wrapped around it. So you can just see his feet. His head's not really showing up on the camera, but I think that would look like a really nice pendant, so I think I'm going to wear it instead of use it as a marker or a charm of some sort. And then the rest in here is all badges. Now I'm going to have to take a picture of these because there are so many, but I found all of the rainbow sheeps because every time I go to a show I like to bring something back for my friends, and these were all so you basically just put £1 in the pot at Moffy and the Squid's stand, so that I think it's going to charity. So I have quite a lot of rainbow sheep, but a friend of ours has a little sausage dog. Actually a few of our friends have a sausage dog, so I picked up that one as well. And I figured that if I ran out, then I found a popcorn one, which I might actually give to a colleague of mine at work because she's a drama teacher. For me, I picked up a terrarium because it looks like a dice. I also got a llama, which I think I'm going to give to Stanley of Stanley's Crochet Workshop. And this one, which has gemstones on it for me, because I like gemstones. And the last one I got, this one has a swear word in it, so if you're not keen on swearing, look away now. This is from my sweary friend, my Irish sweary friend. Okay, you can look again now. So I have that. So all of those came from Moffy and the Squid stand. But on my way out, I also picked up the G-Soy pin, which I think is just really, really classy. So I have quite a lot of badges. But the last thing I wanted to show you is actually from the Lonely Knitter, Laura. And I got paid yesterday, so I need to pay her for these. She actually let me have them on the premise that I would pay her. I mean, it's not like she doesn't know where I live now, so or have my address. So I picked up, I meant to get these at Stitches on the Sand in the summer because I saw her litmus cow using them, but I didn't have enough money then, and because it's so close to payday, I am going to send her over the money for these as well. So I picked up the Game of Thrones minis, which are the Night King, Lady Lena, Alicent Hightower, I Don't Plan on Knitting by the Fire, the Red Woman and Lannister Gold. And then the big one is Hold the Door, which is Houndor. Yeah, so I'm going to make the litmus cow because it's just round and round and round stockinette. So that's going to be a nice mindful knitting project for me. And you just alternate the colours. You do so many rounds of each colour, and that will make up a nice striped long cow that you can just fold up and wrap around you. So that's what I'm going to do with those. So I do have plans for some of this. Not all of it, but I do have plans for some of this. So I'm going to put everything back in the bag because I think I need a thumbnail for the channel. So, Glasgow School of Yarn. That's going to be the thumbnail. So, Glasgow School of Yarn. Had a really good time. Now, what I haven't shown you actually is all of the postcards I picked up from the Worldcon stand. That was one of the last places that I went to. And it's all about sci-fi, knitting, fantasy fiction, things like cosplay, because that's what we like to do. But I wanted to show you the artworks because they are just really cool. So I picked up one of everything. She didn't want to take them home, so I picked up one of every postcard. So most of them by Ian Clark. What I'm going to do actually is take a picture of all of them out on the table, so you can see them all in one go. But we also have these two as well. So for this event, for Worldcon, they've got their own tartan in blues, purples and greens called Land Design, which I think is really cool. So yeah, so I thought I would show you all of the fabulous postcards. Anyway, that is everything from GSOY 2023. This is the first time I've been, and clearly I'm going to be back because I now have reason to come to Glasgow as well. So it's not as expensive, not as daunting for me as it would have been in previous years. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I got up to at the show. There's a lot of footage which may have already been up, depends on my editing order. Yeah, I've had a really good weekend. I'll see you all again soon. Yeah. Bye.